Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Sam, and today we're going to be sanding down this Miata fender and seeing if we can lay some paint. I've done a little bit with paint before, but I did buy a gallon off of eBay, so we're going to see how good we can lay it down. All right guys, first things first here, I'm going to be using a DA air, and alls I have is 320 grit or 80 grit. 320 is my max, and this fender is relatively smooth, so we're just going to see if we can get all this clear coat off and get it down to prep. Now remember, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just swinging it. All right guys, so as you can see right here, this is the finish I'm going for. I know the clear coat's gone. It's not super smooth per se. I am only using 320, but the clear coat is gone, so it has something to stick to. Most people say you got to use primer, and you might have to, but we're going to try it without. And I did go down to bare metal here, but that's all right. I know that's bad. We're not going to worry about that right now. And on these like this, where the paint's chipped, you just got to work your way up to the edge, and make it a smooth edge all the way around. This fender's kind of beat up. I have replaced them. They have brand new ones. And this is actually my girlfriend's car. We bought this car this color. I'm not sure what color. I believe it's boat paint though, to tell you the truth. And we're just now getting around to do it. I got coilovers. We're about to paint it black. I already did one side, but my bodywork looked like ass. And this paint did not give me the right mixture. So that's what we're trying to figure out here. What mixture do I run with this paint? Because here are the paint they gave me. There's that mixture. And that just ain't gonna do it. It makes it way too thin. You can actually see the red through the black, if you know what I mean, in the sunlight. And that's not what we want. But anyways, y'all, let's get back to it. All right, guys, and I got this whole fender sanded. All that dull look. Well, I guess not on the lip. I'll get that here in just a second. You can see right here, I can feel this. This one, it's, needs a little bit more work. But this here's what I wanted to show y'all. Right over here on this one, you can see the different layers of paint. The original primer, the original red, their primer, their red, and then, all right. And I can go over this, and this one even, and I don't even feel a lip or anything. That's how you want it to feel. And sometimes, if you have some more paint, which I'll show y'all here in just a second, you can actually spray it on here, and you should have self-etching primer. I do not. But when we go to actually paint the car, we will have it. So when I run into that, as you can see right here, there's a dent. There's a couple dents in here, like right there, low spots. And a lot of them I've just been working out with the corner because I really don't care about this fender. I'm just trying to figure out a good paint mixture for this paint here. And this fender's probably not going back in the car. But I just figured, what's better than sanding down the car and trying it on there and messing it up? Let's mess the fender up. But I believe we can do it. Painting's one of those things that normally you just need time to do. Time and the patience. A lot of people don't have that. And I'll tell you right now, I am not a body man. I can spray with no runs, but I am not a body man by any means. But hopefully we can get it figured out. We're not going for a 10 out of 10. We're going for like 8.5 out of 10, if you know what I mean. I already have the door jambs. The door jambs look pretty good, but like I said, you can see that red through this red here. you can see that through. And you know, I'm just trying to figure out the thicker mixture. But all right, I'm gonna get a couple spots sanded down. I'll probably do that off camera, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I don't have any primer, but I got some camouflage. All right, guys, so I got some primer, and I'm just gonna show you what I was talking about. Just like that, and we'll let that dry, and I'll show you. You'll be able to see your body work in it, and it'll tell you if you sanded enough or if you didn't. I also beat some of these out of here. Okay, and you really shouldn't put it on that thick for the first time, but I'm going to, because we're learning all together. You know, this is the first time I've actually painted something to try to get the mixture, and we'll wait for this to dry and we'll sand over it again. And as you can see right here, you know, there's no edges per se, but you can see where it was. Then here you see right there in the paint, you can see it. So we know that one needs more sanding. And this one, I mean, it's pretty straight until around in here, but that's all right. We'll get her taken care of. All right, guys, so we're back. All right, so this is pretty much dry. You know, there's a couple spots right in here that aren't. But as you can see right there, I need to work on a little bit. And around the edges, there's a couple places. But over here, looks pretty good. This one here is still wet, as you can see the shiny part. But, I mean, other than where I just ran my finger through it, that's what that is. It's not too bad. And this one here, I mean, it's not terrible. It's not great. Need to do a little more sanding. But other than that, I think it's coming along pretty good. This is the spray gun we're going to be using. It's been sprayed many times. I painted my car blue with it. It needs clean. But, you know, I painted my car blue in it. It's a 77 Nova. I've also primed with this gun. This tip is a 1.4 tip. I also have a 1.5 tip. And yeah, this is what we're going to spray with. I also have this one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet, or if I'm just going to use it for the door jambs on the Nova. I should have done the door jambs before I painted the rest of the car, but that was the very first car I ever did, and I was 17. So, as you know how that is, when a 17-year-old builds a car, yeah, I'm still going back fixing stuff that I should have done correctly. So here we are, guys. We got all that sanded off. You can actually use this. This is a low spot here. I can feel it. This is a low spot. There's a couple of low spots on the fender, but it's nothing that I'm gonna fix. We're gonna spray right over it. And over here, you can actually see right here, there's not an edge anymore. Fingernail don't grab it. And it's pretty good all the way around. You see right here, the little low spots. And that can also act as like a guide coat. Say you put a real light mist of black on here and you just go, you know, this is a flat pad. Sometimes you have blocks, but it'll tell you where your highs and lows are. Like right here, this is a low spot. That's a low spot. That's a low spot. Right here where it's real shiny, that little one, that's actually a high spot. And right there also, that was caused from this dent here, and it also is pushing this lip out. But all right, guys, now we're gonna get to mixing paint. All right, guys, sorry, I lied to y'all. We're gonna hit it with some grease and wax remover. So I never apply this straight to the panel. I always take my paper towel or whatever I'm using, you know, and just, oh, not like that. Don't be like me, but you'll get the point. And I just wipe it off. And then when you get the whole panel done, it should be all removed. See, look at all that I just brought off. And this will also act as like a clear coat, and it'll actually show you your body work, if you didn't know. And if any of y'all are actual body people that do actual body work, leave a comment if I'm doing anything wrong. I would actually love to hear it. I'm always about learning new things, and y'all could join the journey with me. All right, now that this is done, we'll let this dry. It's already dry in some spots. But now we're gonna get to mix and paint. And we're not gonna mix it like they say. I think we're gonna do 8 to 1 to 1. So we'll get our cup. You can actually get these through O'Reilly's. Here's the part number. If you can't read it, it is E4881. And we're gonna look up here and we're gonna find 8 to 1. Okay. All right, right here, I believe. Actually, let's see. We may go ahead and do the 4 1 to 1 and see how that looks. And if it don't look good, you know, we'll always redo it. But all right, guys, I'll be back. I'm gonna get some paint mixed up. All right, guys, and here's what we got. It's sort of thin. Not really. It is single stage, so I'm not expecting anything too great. We might go back and do a base clear later, like sand it all down. But for now, I think we're just gonna leave it with this. But, all right, I'll come back when this is dry and it's ready to be sprayed. I'll pour it into the gun, get it all ready. But until then, I'll see y'all later. All right, guys, so I got it ready to spray. And I believe it's good enough, but we're gonna find out. And I have my gun preset. I have the fan all the way open. Have this to where you can barely feel it, like pull the trigger all the way, turn it in until you feel it, and then do like a half turn more. That's about where mine's set up. I have my air right there, a little over 40. And let's get to spraying. All right, guys, I had to do a little bit of tinkering with the gun at the start of that, as y'all can see. But this is how I set my gun up. This is how I like it. You know, straight up and down. Just all around good. Because if I go like this, you know, it focuses in the middle more. But I don't feel like that's too bad. And I could still mess with it a little bit, try to get it right. 100%. See, we have another fan there. But there's not a whole lot of material. But it could be this gun too. You know, we are using a $15 Harbor Freight gun. And this one's probably 5-6 years old. So, yeah, that could be a lot of our problem. But so far, I think we're doing pretty good for, I got $112 into the gun and the paint kit and all that. Like, I'm not stressing it at all. I'd say it's good enough for me right now. But, all right, I'll see y'all when the paint dries. All right, guys, I did move it. It was up there. I moved it here on the side so we can see about what it looks like on the car, I guess. You know, I think that's pretty good, but once it dries, it'll probably dull a little bit. You can see all the dents and stuff, but I can't see the lines for around there where it was messed up. You can see sand and scratches, but we weren't worried about those. I knew that it wasn't. There's a little dent there, if you can tell. Black shows everything. if y'all did not know. There's another one right there in the center. But overall, I think that's pretty good for only having 120 grit, when it should be in between 600 and 800. You know, I could rock that. That would do me plenty good right there. If I could just get the whole car looking like that. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be in 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 videos. I don't know. But we will get this car painted. I'm trying to learn a little bit at a time. You know, you can't really learn a whole lot from painting on YouTube, but, you know, when you get out and you're doing it, and hopefully I can keep doing it for y'all. But trying to start this up. This stuff I love doing anyways. Trying to learn. But so far, I think it's coming out pretty good. I mean, you can see this. You can see little things in the paint. It's whatever. I mean, I like it. We'll see what it looks like when it's dry. And I'll let y'all go. Alright guys, this is it as it's drying. You know, a lot of whatever those are, they might go away when it's fully cured. I'm not 100% sure. The sand scratches will not. I don't think it's terrible, but do I recommend using one of those guns for 4 different types of paint, 4 different paint jobs? No, I sure don't. I would say go spend another $16 and buy you another one. But from over here, looks pretty sick, don't it? It's just when you get up on it, it don't look that great. But that's okay, because we'll keep working on it. It's just tacked now, tacky to the touch. And alright guys, well, if y'all like the content, please subscribe. And my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if we could do that, you know, there might be a giveaway or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. But until then, I'll see y'all later.